In this lecture, we'll be working with the lookup function in array form. Here I have already created the name list of the students with the help of the data validation. So then I will be working with the array form of the lookup function, and we'll be generating the contact number of the particular student. Now I'll just type equal to and lookup function. So in this case, you have the two options given over here, right? There is nothing to select. In the previous thing that we have seen is vector form. So when you talk about the vector form of the lookup function that we have seen earlier, in this case it will be selecting only one value. Okay, it is selecting a one value only in one column, that is nothing but the students column. So in this case of array form, we can select the entire table by selecting one value. Suppose I require the name of the student Manoj. I need the contact number of Mr. Manoj. So I select Mr. Manoj, right? Then comma. Then I will be looking up the entire array, right? So now I select the table, the entire table from student till the entire table. Then I close the parenthesis and I press enter. Now it gives you the 4. Why it is giving you 4? It means that the index number assumes that it's a column 1, number 1, number 2, number 3 and number 4. Excel assumes that the table 4 value that is nothing but the column 4 value has to be listed. So it is listing it, but we require the column 3 value has to be displayed. So we can select the array from G4. We select it from G4 till I19. So I'm selecting from G4 to I19 because I need the contact number. So it is an array. Then I close the bracket and I press enter. You find the Manoj number is coming up, right? So in this case of the array, it will look the values from the table of data. That is nothing but the range of values, from the range of values. In case of the vector form, it will just look the value only from one single column. So that is the difference between the array form of working on lookup functions. So now after your completion of your lookup, we will be getting into the Vlookup function. So what is this Vlookup function? This function will allow you to look up the data within a defined table. So this is your defined table. Within this, you require a data. So in this case, suppose I require the percentage of marks, and I require the sports medal, number of sports medal a particular students have got, right? Suppose these are the data that I require. Suppose these are the data I require. How much student Shilesh, what is the percentage of marks, and what is the number of sports medal that he has got. So normally when we talk about table, the table could be in one sheet or in second sheet, right? So we are having the data table in the one sheet. Within the defined data table, we have to select the data. Now I have done already the list of the students has been created with the help of the data validation. Then I'll be selecting the Vlookup. Vlookup, V is nothing but it is called as vertical. V is vertical lookup. So Excel knows to go down a column when searching. So it will be going from one column to another column. So vertical is something but this is your vertical. So this is your vertical. So vertical, this is your vertical format, right? So you have the four columns, 1, 2, 3 and 4 columns, right? So now I require what is the percentage of Mr. Shilesh. So I'll be selecting equal to and select the Vlookup function. Then press the tab key. You find the argument will be coming up, right? So it will be asking for the lookup value. So I require the lookup value of Shilesh. So what is the value I'm going to look? I'll be selecting the name of the student called Shilesh, comma, and it will be asking for the table array. So I'll be selecting the entire table from G4 to J19, then comma, then it will be asking you the column index number. Now column index number, what is the column index number for the percentage of marks? So you find that you have to start counting the column numbers. This is your column number 1 of student, column number 2 for marks percentage, column number 3 and column number 4 for sports medal. So in this case I require the percentage of marks, so I type column number 2, then comma, then it will be asking for the range lookup. So there is two options which has been given here, approximate match and exact match. Now approximate match, it says that the values in the first column of the table array must be sorted in ascending order. So we have done already, the ascending order has been done, right? Now I require the exact match, I don't want the approximate match, so I'll be selecting the false. So Vlookup will only find an exact match, so I press tab, right? It will automatically insert the false into that, then close the parenthesis and enter. So you find the percentage of marks for Shailesh is 47. We'll just do a cross check of that. You find that Shailesh marks is 47%. Yes, it is coming. Then we'll be selecting how many medals he has taken. So equal to Vlookup. Then what is the value I'll be looking up? I'll be selecting Shailesh, right? Then comma. Then I'll be selecting the table array, the entire table within the table. So I'll be selecting the entire table over here from G14 to J19, comma. And what is the column index number? We have to enter the column index number. So column index number for sports medal is student column is 1, marks percentage is 2, contact number is 3, and sports medal is 4. I type number 4, comma. I need the exact match, so select it as false, then close the parenthesis, then I press enter. You find the Shailesh has got 5 sports medal. So let us do a cross check of this. Shailesh who is having a marks of 47% and getting a sports medal of 5. We do the list and we do the cross examination once again. So I just press the drop down box. Suppose I need the percentage of, say, Arjun. So I'll just select the Arjun over here. We'll do a cross check. When I type Arjun, automatically it gives you the percentage of marks. So we'll do a cross check of Arjun. You can see that Arjun marks is 65% and the medal, sports medal, number of sports medal that he has got is 3. Right? In a similar way, once again I will do a cross check for some other value. Suppose I take for Sandeep. Then Sandeep gives you the marks of 33%. We'll see that 33%, and number of sports medal is 4. In similar way, we have the 4 is the number of sports medal. Then we have the last cross check. Suppose we have any error over here. Suppose I take say Mohit. I select Mohit, and we can see Mohit is getting 89%, and the number of sports medal that he has got is 2. We do a cross examination of Mohit, who is getting a 89% of marks, and number of sports medal that he has taken is 2. So this is the benefit of your Vlookup when you have the large number of database, if you have the candidates having more than 1 lakh. So this table value is nothing but it is called as array, right? It is called as array. Array is nothing but the range of cells. It is your range of cells, right? It contains maybe a text, maybe a number, maybe a logical values. It could be anything, right? So lookup value will compare the values and it will pull out the data that you require from the table. So in this case of Vlookup table, it will be selecting the data from the within the table. It will be selecting data within the table. So right. So the table value could be in one sheet. So here we have taken the in the single sheet itself we have the table value. There may be a situation where the table data file could be in another file, or it could be in another worksheet or another workbook, whatever maybe it is, right? So at that time also we can utilize the function of Vlookup.